Well, I've been fortunate enough to coach rugby from schoolboy level right through to international, and every team you coach, you're concentrating on the basics. Catch and pass, evasive skills, the ability to tackle, which is hugely important, getting in close to the attacker, head up, arms out, in close, hitting, but never dropping the head, because if you drop your head you could get injured. Same as propping really, and hitting in the scrum. It's the same technique, looking over the spectacles, head up, back straight, hitting in close. So at every level, whether it's under sixes or over 20s, playing international rugby, you're looking at those very basic things, which are basic requirements of the game.
Okay boys, today we're just going to do a bit of work on taking the ball into contact. I want to make sure that you've all got your mouth guards in your mouth, not in your socks. Okay, quite important that we really look after our mouths in this contact area. The areas we're going to look at is taking the ball into contact, and by doing that is having the ball in two hands, moving forward towards the contact area, focusing on where we're going to go. We do not need to be in what we call the T-bone, which is across here and down in the defender, because then they can wrap their hands and hold us up. In today's modern game, we're looking at contact minimal so that we can keep going evasive, working on this side or this side, rather than coming back into this T-bone. By coming forward, we want to make sure that we've got the ball in two hands, moving forward, small steps, stopping right there. We're now putting a power step into the 2 points, then come out from the toes and where they actually meet. Chin up, eyes open, hard parts of the body driving into the player. We're then driving through, small steps, and pushing through.
When you're committed to taking the ball into contact, these key points apply.
Through, push, drive.
Focus on contact zone of opponent. Chin off chest. Eyes open. Ball in two hands.
Make sure we're really sinking our hips, so we're right down low. Away we go.
Low body position.
Push through.
Body before ball. Small steps on approach.
Big power step.
Wide power step into contact.
Good, and drive.
Plant front foot close to defender's feet. Contact side on with hard parts of body, for example, shoulder, hips.
We drive, chin up, eyes open, hard parts of the body, stable feet.
Maintain low, stable base, chin off chest, eyes open.
Drive through, keep pushing, and break.
Transfer ball at appropriate time.
Okay, now the tackler's made the tackle. Okay, you must get to your feet straight away. You can have a crack at the ball. Person coming in now is the clean out. You're identifying the person there, which is the defender. I want you to be in a crouch position, chin off chest, eyes open and walking through, coming through, chin up, eyes open, comes down low and pushes the player out, wrapping his hands around, like an aircraft taking off rather than an aircraft crashing down over the top.
Tackling is all about stopping forward momentum, preventing the ball carrier from releasing the ball and regaining possession.
Yeah, well, I agree with all of that, but it's paramount that the player doesn't get injured making the tackle. That's very important. Here's a top player who's normally an expert tackler, but on this occasion he's got it wrong. He's not sighted his target, his chin is down, and as he comes into the contact, he's about to receive a nasty knock.
I think when you're coaching defence and tackling, one-on-one tackling, it's important where you stand. You can see a lot more by standing behind the attacking player rather than the defensive player. It's a hugely important technique to get right this, and right through the levels we're still struggling. Even the All Blacks are still struggling, some of them, with their tackle technique. So they need to get in close, they need to keep their head up, they need to look over their glasses, hands out, drop late and hit from low to high, and finish up on top of the player if possible. Then you can get control about turnover or slowing the ball down. So But the crucial thing is that you concentrate on getting that technique right. I often use a third player. So you've got an attacker and a defender and a third player as a coach. So get all the guys involved, and when they're coaching themselves and they have to pass on the tips of coaching, the tackle, they learn more themselves. So I think that's important also.
So the take-home message about making a safe tackle is that you've got to sight your target, you've got to make eye contact, that'll bring your chin up, you've got to have a straight back, and the simplest way to have a straight back is to have a strong, activated core. Not everyone will reflexly do that, but it can be trained, and if you're tackling with a strong core, you're going to be much less likely to be injured.
The key factors in the tackle are sight target, position inside the ball carrier, run and pre-tackle stance, chin up, eyes open, back straight, hands above hips, go forward. Zero in on target. Drive with the legs to make firm contact with the shoulder on the target. Head behind ball carrier's body, for example, cheek to cheek. Lock on with the arms around the ball carrier. Continue power drive through to complete the tackle. Regain feet. Recover ball.
Good, and regain the feet. Nice.
I think everybody's responsible for eliminating dangerous and particularly high tackles. Coach is responsible, obviously, and I would coach to hit below the chest, just under the chest, under the rib cage. So if you do slip a bit higher, it's not going to be dangerous, and you're not going to get that red card and be sent off and disadvantage your side. But I think it's very important right through the grades that we teach tackle technique correctly, that we hit low to high, we don't hit higher than the chest level, and we're all very aware of that.
It's not necessarily one size fits all. If you're the coach of junior players, please approach smother tackles very carefully, particularly the need for players to avoid the upper chest and throat area. Now, let's look at the key techniques to master when tackling.
Okay, in this session today, fellas, we're just going to look at the way we tackle. Tackling is quite dynamic. There's lots of movement, there's lots of issues that need to be looked at. But making sure that the correct technique is a safe technique at tackle time will keep you in the game. What I want you to make sure is, when you're the tacklers, is actually sight the target that's coming towards you. Keep your eyes open, chin up. Always go forward to the tackle. Make sure that the person you're moving to, so that you can actually start controlling the collision. Don't stand and wait for them, because they'll just pick up easy sides. Move in. As you're going in, get in a stance where that you're low. You're then coming in, if you're tackling with your left shoulder, use your left foot, or right shoulder, right foot, right into the zone, nice and close with that plant foot. Keep nice and low, chin, drive through with your body. Don't lean into the tackle with your feet back here, otherwise you'll just get blown away. Keep coming through, chin up, eyes open. Don't close your eyes. Don't, just keep them wide. Drive through with your legs, put them on the ground, and then get up as soon as you can to regain possession.
Now, the maul. A maul will quickly develop if the ball is held above the ground after a tackle, line-out or kick-off.
Probably one part of the game that's not used sufficiently is the maul. Now, a lot of sides use the maul to drive from line-outs to score tries 5 metres out, and that's a well-practiced part of the game, but using the maul in the field of play is a very good asset to have, because once you get that maul going, you drag in defenders who are fringing, you reduce the numbers of defenders against your attackers, your backs, and so if you release the ball at the appropriate time, you're going to have a numbers advantage. I think it's very important, once you've got the maul going and you're driving down the field in your maul, that you swing to one side or the other and drag in the fringe defenders and then get quick ball from there, so that you have increased numbers again. So the maul is a very important part of the game, which is probably not used sufficiently well.
Key factor here in mauling is to make sure that when you take the ball into contact, is very similar to how we go a one-on-one, but from now on in we're going to set up a rolling wall. Key factors are chin up, eyes open, come in a crouch position with our knees bent and driving up, not coming in and folding in, and then making sure that the maul is dynamic. By that it keeps moving, and then we can break away, keep the game revolving, rather than having to go to ground and get back up again, remembering that on our feet we've got all the rights. When you're on the ground, you're out of the game. So first of all, we're going to do is have a defender. We come walking through, power step in, hold up, next person, ripper comes in, chin up, eyes open, drives through, one defender, slow, slow, one defender, other side, other defender in, drive past, and person in the boot, keeping our spine in line, keep driving it forward, and then we're going to go left, fellas, out of the country, go left, and break. Go. Keep moving forward. Keep good. Keep going. Keep going. Keep drive. Keep going. Keep driving. Good. Go left. Good. Well done.